Something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be wearing my red underwear. I have North American and Diasporic, European. The main intention of this video is to be able to share a bunch of different folk practices and a bunch of different cultures' practices of what you do to make sure you have good luck next year. We want to make sure we have good luck next year. Hi witches, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your local chaotic witch aunt, and I am so stupid excited for today's video. I just spent like 30 minutes going through a bunch of emails, a bunch of little DMs, all this good stuff to be able to share these things with you all. So this video is entitled Folk Traditions for the New Year, or Folk Beliefs for the New Year. And these are just things that apparently we all have in common. No matter where you're from, no matter if you're diasporic or you live in the country that you are descended from, wherever you are in the world, one thing we tend to have in common, and that's whenever there is a new year, whether it be a lunar new year or the Gregorian calendar new year, we want to make sure we have good luck next year. And we have all these different ways of doing it. So I want to thank every single person on my Instagram who emailed me, who sent in a little tidbit of their culture or practice or something that they do where they're from or something that they do personally to bring in good luck in the new year. And this video is not only going to be sharing my culture's traditions, Italian American, but also sharing traditions from all over the world that people submitted for me to share with you guys. The main intention of this video is to be able to share a bunch of different folk practices and a bunch of different cultures' practices of what you do to make sure you have good luck next year. Because New Year's Eve is right around the corner, we all want a fresh start, we're all ready to go, get the resolutions going. And this is just going to be a really fun video where you get to hear about all these different cultures' ways of bringing luck in, and you'd be surprised at how similar a lot of them are. As well as that, most of these I made sure that people were comfortable with other people possibly doing them. But obviously, if you don't want to, that's okay. I will say you are free to eat lentils. The other purpose of this video is that possibly there's some people who follow me with Ancestry and they want to do something for the new year, or they want to start their reconnection journey. This may be a really good chance for you to hear a little bit more about your culture's beliefs or your diasporic culture's beliefs and how you can implement them on the new year, because we all have them. We all have them. We all have them. Some of these are a little less accessible than others, and some of them are very accessible. So it really depends, and maybe you'll hear something that you're very familiar with, or maybe you'll hear something that you're like, I'm from there and I had no idea we did this. I want to do this, which is why I'm posting this a couple days before New Year's Eve, so you guys can do them if you want. So I separated these into categories. We're going around the fucking globe. I have North American and Diasporic, European, Scandinavian, and then South American and Asian practices. And then I have practices that are personal, that either someone sent it in and it's a personal thing they do, or no place or culture was mentioned, so I do not know. And here we're just gonna start off with North American and Diasporic. That's where I'm from, my Italian American stuff. And the thing that we do, I don't know if they still do this in Italy, but I think they do. So Italian and Italian American is you are going to eat lentils on New Year's Day. Lentils represent abundance, they represent prosperity, and eating that ensures prosperity for the rest of the year. You are also going to wear red underwear on New Year's Eve. Not exactly sure what we're supposed to do with that. I feel like it's making sure you get laid, but also it's luck, and you will be surprised at how many cultures recommend red as a lucky color. So if you do anything this New Year's Eve, wear red. Underwear, headscarf, shirt. These practices are also maybe regional, such as the Appalachian, Ozark, or Louisiana, or possibly Hoodoo and Black American. And once again, you'd be surprised how similar they are. So we're starting off in Appalachia. You, by the way of a German folk magic, you're gonna shoot off a gun at midnight to ward off evil spirits. This apparently comes from a German folk belief. I love that. I also think that Appalachia is heavily influenced by German folk magic, so you may also be familiar with some of the German folk magic practices I share. The Ozark tradition, you're gonna eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Eve, and that is also found in Louisiana. Black-eyed peas are for health, cabbage for wealth, and ham for luck and prosperity. This also seems very similar to Hoodoo and Black American traditions, which, once again, black-eyed peas, collard greens, and ham hock for luck, prosperity, and health in the new year. I already mentioned Italian American. Someone else submitted something where their family eats cotticino and lentils with polenta, which sounds delicious. From here, we are moving into French, or Europe, North America, Europe. I'm like that. I'm not going in order. There's no order. It's the world. This is a French folk practice that originally, they say it's a Christmas Eve divination, but upon further research may also be a practice for New Year's Eve, known as the Feast of Saint Sylvester in our region of France. In it, you peel an onion into 12 layers to represent each month, January through December, and sprinkle a bit of salt into each of the layers. If performed on Christmas Eve, you go to midnight mass and leave the salted onions out until you get back. If performed on New Year's, you leave them out overnight in a room with no heat, but also no frost. Either way, when you come back, check the salt in each of the 12 layers. If the salt is wet, that represents a wet month of the upcoming year. And if the salt is dry, that month will be a dry one. Very important to know, since my ancestry comes from mostly farmers. That is very important to know. I too need to know if it's going to be a wet or dry month. We're moving into German and North German. So it seems like it's either called Stopa or Blegben, and it's divination to find out more about the year, where you pour lead into water. It's now usually done with candle wax. You'd pour lead or the candle wax into the water and then interpret the symbols you see, which is scrying. And then in Spain, you eat 12 grapes on the 12 chimes for good luck. Scandinavia. Finland was fun. This, I think, molybdenmancy, or like lead pouring or metal scrying, is very popular currently, not only in Finland, but in Germany and a few other places. So this is molybdenmancy, and you basically in Finland, you make a horseshoe out of tin using molybdenmancy. I am gonna attach an article for more information, because I was looking at it. I think you interpret the shapes in the tin. I think there's a cheaper metal in Finland used now, but horseshoe for luck, love it. And in Sweden, this was submitted by my friend Bente, aka the Norse Witch, or Orskong, no. I lived in Sweden for 2 years. I still can't speak the language. It means the yearly walk or the yearly round, in that without speaking to anyone, you leave the house first thing in the morning and take a walk. On this walk, you stay completely silent and observe what happens around you, which animals you see, which people, which plants, and how they behave. Once you're back home, you write everything down and see if you can interpret it. There are many different traditions and ways of doing it. This is the basic gist of it. This is very similar to a personal or non-cultured submission I got, which was taking a completely silent walk. So either that person is Swedish, or their family is Swedish and they didn't write it, or it's personal and it came from your family and now you know where it comes from. From Scandinavia, we're skedoodling into South America. In Ecuador, you're gonna burn año viejo effigies, or old clothes stuffed with sawdust. I'm also going to try to attach resources for all of these traditions in the details. In Colombia, similar to Spain, you're gonna eat 12 grapes, but you're also gonna wear yellow underwear and run around the block with luggage. You also eat 12 grapes in Chile, but the 12 grapes are put on your champagne for good luck and health, and you also are going to put money in your right foot for abundance. Brazil, jump in the ocean wave 7 times in the name of Yamanya to purify and protect, and that is the Orisha Yamanya. From South America, we are moving to Asia. In the Philippines, well, actually this was mentioned by someone who is a Filipina Catholic grandmother, and the two traditions she shared were taping pennies to the windowsill for good luck and prosperity, and putting oranges on the table for good luck. In Vietnam, any New Year, but mostly lunar, red and gold decor and lots of fruits. Red is a lucky color. In Chinese, it's believed that you should pay off any debt before the new year or you'll owe money all year long. Cleaning before New Year Eve for a clean slate, cleaning on New Year's Day, could chase off luck, and you're also going to wear red, never black or white, because it's bad. They specified Chinese New Year, but it does seem like a lot of red also happens on the Gregorian calendar New Year. Bright colors ward away evil and negativity and encourage life and vitality. And Japanese eat soba on New Year's Eve for a long life and to break away bad luck like noodles breaking. Here are the personal ones, or no place or culture mention. Main tradition that my family passed down, this is by someone submitted, was eating black-eyed peas, spinach, and ham on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to bring in good luck. It is a generational thing. I didn't realize how many superstitions and witchy habits my mom passed down to me until I started practicing. Banging pots and pans and making a lot of noise and yelling Happy New Year. My family also does this. Putting a dime in your black-eyed pea dish. Once again, don't know if this is cultural or personal. Taking a completely silent walk. That's the one I mentioned that seems like it may come from Sweden. Cleaning or spiritually cleansing the house seems like a very big thing. We also see this with the Epiphany in a folk Catholic tradition where you do a house purification and blessing. You give someone $1 on New Year's Day to bring in money for the whole year. A lot of people mentioned starting candles, dressed for luck as the countdown begins, or dressing a candle for new beginnings and abundance and letting it burn down all of New Year's Eve. Someone mentioned burning dried sage on the evening of the 31st. Someone else mentioned locking arms with the person we wish luck to when drinking the first drink of champagne. Someone else mentioned lighting bayberry candles on Christmas for good luck. I'm going to be doing that. Visiting family on New Year's Day, enter right foot first and leave through the same door for luck. And also pork for abundance and dried fruits are very particular. Someone also mentioned cabbage and rice having good luck. So here's the thing. All of these may be particular to the person or the family they come from, as well as being cultural. And this is the amazing thing about folk magic, is we all have these traditions to ensure we're gonna have good luck in the new year, and yet they're so different by region, by family, by country, even if they look similar. A lot of the trends seem to be some sort of legume, lentils or black-eyed peas, wearing red, which is something that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be wearing my red underwear. Molybdomancy, lead pouring, candle wax pouring, or making a horseshoe out of tin. And a lot of other divination methods. Blegbin, I'm so sorry, Blegbin, I don't know how to pronounce, Blegbin, it's German, that's the lead pouring. Or Skopa, which is not the card deck, was another name for that same thing. My favorite one, personally, is the French one with the salted onions, because my family was also farmers, and I'm sure that they had something similar. Black-eyed peas, cabbage, ham. And so here's the thing about this video, is not only is it meant to share a lot of different folk traditions from all over the world, but it's also meant to show how similar some of them are. And that may be by way of influences being similar, such as a European country bringing diaspora into a new country. It may be because of colonization. It may be because of things just spreading or being taught, or some part of that community spreading or living primarily in that area. And that is the most amazing thing about folk magic, is we are all the folk. We all have these things that we do, and we all have things that are similar and different, and I love it. And I hope you loved it too, because this to me is probably going to be my favorite video for a while. I hope that someone watching this who has a kind of culture that they are trying to reconnect to, find something new or find something familiar or feel seen with this video. And I am very excited to share this. You know, I will be eating my lentils and wearing my red underwear. Once again, I will be linking more information to all of these traditions down below, and I hope that you find something that interests you, that you feel like you can do, or that you are familiar with. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was a shorter video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, but absolutely no pressure. If you want, you can turn the bell on. If there is a tradition that I missed, if you're from a culture and I didn't talk about it in this video, please, please, please drop it in the comments below and share with us if you're comfortable. And if not, that's absolutely okay. Remember to drink water. Have a great rest of your day, and have a very, very happy New Year. Siate benedetti.